Hello, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be teaching you addition of numbers in any basis. I'll be doing this using the exercises on the screen. We'll be solving each of them one after the other. I start with exercise number 1. We're asked to add numbers in base 5. 132 base 5 plus 2041 base 5 plus 13 base 5. Let's do it. 132 base 5 plus 2041 base 5 plus 13 base 5. What we'll first do is to arrange this number such that they will be well. Let us arrange these numbers one on top of the other. We start with 132, 132 above, then 1402, then 31. Take note that I started arranging them from the right towards the left so that the number to the extreme right will be properly aligned first before the number on the extreme left. Now we are to add this together. Let's see how it goes. Don't forget that they are all in base 5. Now what we'll be doing is that the way we do our arithmetics in base 10, that's how we are going to do it. What is different is that after adding all these numbers, we are going to divide it by the base number, which is 5. Now let's do it. 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 3, that is 6, right? So the total is 6. But instead of us to write 6 here, we're not going to write 6. What we do is that we are going to divide 6 by the 5, which is the base number. Okay? When we divide it by 5, it will give us 1, remainder 1. Okay? So it is the remainder that we are going to write here, and the remainder is 1. Okay? Now, when we divided it, the number of times that 6 go in 5 is 1, and that 1 we are going to carry it and add it to the next column of numbers here. Okay? So that 1 will be added to 3, making it 4. Okay? 4 plus 4, that is 8. 8 plus 1, that is 9, right? Now, instead of us to write 9 here, we are not going to write 9. What we are going to do is we are going to divide 9 by 5. And when we divide 9 by 5, it's going to give us 1, remainder 4. Okay? What we're going to write down is 4 instead of 9. And don't forget that 4 is the remainder here. Okay? So this will be 4. Okay? Now we'll go to the next column And when we are going to the next column, we are going to carry the 1 here, which is the number of time, which is the number of times that 5 goes in 9. All right, from our previous calculation here. We are going to carry that 1 and add it to the next column, which is this. So 1 plus 1, that is 2, plus 0, that is 2. Okay? Instead of us to write 2 here, we're going to divide 2 by 5. Okay? Don't forget that this 5 is coming from the number of the base. Okay? So 2 divided by 5 is equals to 0. Okay? Remainder 2. Okay? So it is that 2 that we're going to write here. Okay? So what is left here is 0. We are going to carry that 0 to the next column, which is 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. Okay? Now, instead of us to write that 2 here, we are not going to write the 2. What we are going to write is, to first of all, what we are going to do is to first of all divide it by 5. And it's going to give us 0, remainder 2. Okay? So, what we're going to write here is the remainder, which is 2. Okay? And that is it. Okay? So, our answer for this will be equals to 2241. And this is our final answer. Okay? Don't forget to add base 5 to it. Let's go to the next exercise. Number 2, we are to add 11011 base 2 plus 1011 base 2 plus 11110 base 2. Okay, so let's do it. What we first do is to arrange this number on top of one another, and we do it in such a way that the number on the extreme right will align first before the numbers on the extreme left. Let's start with this number. That will be 11011. Okay, now let's put this under it, starting from the right side, such that the numbers on the extreme right will align first before the number on the extreme left. That will be 1101. Okay, then the next one is 0 1 1 1 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Good. So let's add it together. Okay, now for the addition, like we used to do for base 10, we start adding from the right. We'll say 1 plus 1, that is 2, plus 0 is still 2. But instead of us to write 2 here, what we're going to do is to divide 2 by the bases, by the number base, which is 2. Okay, and this is going to give us 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1, remainder 0. So what we're going to write down is 0. Okay, we go to the next column. When we are going to the next column, we are going to carry the number of times that the base number goes in the numbers, the total number in the first column. Okay, and That is 1. We're going to carry this 1 to the next column. And when we add it to this one, it will be 2 plus 1. That will be 3 plus 1. That will be 4. Instead of us to write 4 here, what we're going to do is to divide that 4 by 2, which is the base. Okay, and when we divide 4 by 2, that's going to give us 2, remainder 0. Okay, so it is this remainder that we're going to write down here. Okay, and these 2, we're going to carry it to the next column, which is here. So when we carry the 2 to this next column, that will be 2 plus 0. That is 2 plus 0, 2 plus 1. That is 3. But we are not going to write 3 here. What we're going to do is to divide that 3 by 2, which is the base number. And this is going to give us 1. Remainder 1. Okay. What we're going to write down is the remainder, which is 1. Okay. Now we'll move to the next column, but don't forget that when we're moving to the next column, we're going to carry the number of times that the number base goes in the previous column, and that is 1, right? We're going to carry this 1 and bring it to this column. That will be 1 plus 1, that is 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4. Okay? Instead of us to write 4 here, what we're going to do is to divide that 4 by 2. Okay? And that will give us 2, remainder 0. So what we're going to write down here is 0, which is the remainder here. Okay, and these 2, we're going to carry it to the next column, which is this column. So when we add that 2 to 1 here, that will be 3, plus 1, that will be 4, right? So instead of us to write 4 down here, instead of us to write 4 down here, what we are going to do is to divide that 4 by 2, and that's going to give us 2, remainder 0. Okay, so what we are going to write down is 0. Okay, then we move to the next column, which doesn't exist again. And when we move to that next column, we're going to carry the 2 here that we have here, carry it to that next column. And since nothing exists there, what we have there is 0. So that will be 2. Instead of us to write 2 here, what we're going to do is to divide that 2 by 2. And this is going to give us 1, remainder 0. So what we're going to write down there is 0. Okay, so since we still have this 1 here, we're going to carry it to the next column. And when we carry it to the next column, there's nothing there. So meaning that we have 1. Okay, that 1 is what will be written here. Okay, so our final answer is 1000100 base 2, meaning that if these numbers are added together in base 2, they are going to give us 1000100 base 2, and this is our final answer. Okay, let's move to the next exercise. Number 3, we are to add these numbers in base 6. Okay, the numbers are 124 base 6 plus 5021 base 6 plus 42 base 6 plus 1, 1, 2, 4 base 6. Let's first of all arrange numbers on top of one another. Okay, we start with 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. The next one is 5021. Don't forget that we align the number on the extreme right first before those on the extreme left. That's 5021 plus 42. Align the number on the extreme right first. Okay, plus 1124. Okay, align the number on the extreme right first before those on the left. 1124 will be like this. Okay, so let's add them together. And don't forget that they are all in base 6. Okay, now we use the same method that we used in the two previous examples. We're going to add them together, and whatever we got, we're going to add them together, and whatever we get will be divided by 6, which is the base number. Okay, and whatever we get will be carried to the next column, and the remainder will be written down. Now, let's start it. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 2, that's 7, plus 4, that is 11. So instead of us to write 11 here, when we are dealing with numbers in base 10, what we will have done is to write 1 here and carry 1 to the next column. No, in base 6, in other bases, what we do is we're going to divide that number, which is 11, by the base number, which is 6, and that's equals to 1, remainder 5. So what we're going to write down is 5. Okay, the number of times in which 6 goes in 11 will be carried to the next column. So the 1 here will be added to 2 to make 3, plus 2, that is 5, plus 4, that is 9, plus 2, that is 11. Instead of us to write 11 down here, we're going to divide 11 by 6, and we're going to get 1 remainder 5. So we're going to write 5 here, and the 1 here will be carried over to the next column, which is this, and that 1 will be added to this, making 2, plus 0, that is 2, plus 1, that is 3. What we got is 3. Instead of us to write the 3 down here, we're going to divide it by 6, and that will give us 0, remainder 3. Okay, so that 3 will be written here, which is the remainder, and we move to the next column. While going to the next column, we are going to carry the number of times that 6 goes in 3, which is 0, carry it to the next column, and 0 plus 5 is 5, right? Plus 1, that is 6. So instead of us to write 6 down here, what we're going to do is to divide the 6 by the number base, which is 6, and that's going to give us 1, remainder 0. So what we're going to write down here is 0. Okay, so we move to the next column, and that column doesn't exist. So what we have left is 1. Okay, so we're going to write that 1 here, and this is our final answer, meaning that if you add all these numbers together, they're going to give you 10355 base 6, and this is our final answer. If you enjoyed this video, kindly like, subscribe, and share. When you click the subscribe button, you'll be presented with a bell icon. Click the bell icon for you to be alerted when I upload new videos. Kindly share with friends, for them to benefit. Thank you for watching, and until I see you in my next video, take care and bye bye.